Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Inside IUE Sports. I'm your host, Isaiah Hoffman, your voice of the Red Wolves, and we are here today to talk about some men's volleyball. I've got Coach Bruno in the building with me today. Coach, how are you doing today?
Doing well, no complaints. It's Monday, just
all right,
start the week.
Got to get the week going. Coach, usually we'll start, asking about how last season went, but there is no last season.
Right.
Inaugural year for men's volleyball. In the NAIA River States Conference. So how are you feeling about this season? Actually, I won't start there. I'll ask, how did the opportunity come up for you? And can you kind of give us a background about your volleyball experience as well?
Right. Been playing volleyball on the professional level since I was 16 years old. Traveled the world playing volleyball under 14 different countries in their professional league. Met Kim McConaughey, the women's volleyball head coach overseas in Switzerland, and that's how I ended up here in the States. Coaching here, I always been a part of the volleyball community in town. Once Kim came to coach here at IUE East, I always tried to stop by and help them much as I could. And then they started talking about men's volleyball. I'm like, ooh, I see an opportunity, to stay home and be able to grow their sport that gave me so much. It's a blessing.
Yeah, and I saw you on the sidelines with the women's team the last couple of years. So when the opportunity came about, I was like, I think I have a feeling where they may go with that one. So good to see you got the opportunity. And with that opportunity, we got to talk to a lot of the players at Media Day that you've already recruited and have brought in. You've known some of them a couple of years before that, a year before that.
Correct.
Can you kind of talk about that, maybe not individually, but as a group, how the team's meshing so far? Because I know you guys have been practicing for a while.
Right.
So how's that coming along? How are those first couple of practices? Everyone's coming from all different parts of the world, adjusting to that as well.
Volleyball is a very small community, right? With social media nowadays, it makes it a lot easier to get exposures if you're a player, and also help with recruiting, So our first couple months of practice has been great. I don't have anything to complain about the players. They at the beginning, when I talk to them about starting practice at 5 a.m., they're like, ooh, that's rough. I'm like, yeah, it's rough. It's a first-year program, We're going to be playing against people that they have been around for a while. In order for us to catch up, we got to put a little bit extra in order to compete in a good level,
Yeah.
The goal is not to win, it's just to represent the school the best way you can, work hard as you can, and let the work do the talk. So it has been great, man. No complaints from the players. Everybody's there most of the time. They're enjoying. We're getting along just fine, guys.
Yeah.
We challenge each other here and there. We got Arthur, Francis, two of our most experienced players, run their mouth in practice time to time, teasing the young players. And it's fun to see the young players rising to the challenge, when the time comes during practice. So it has been a blessing, man. It's been fun.
So for the scrimmages, that's something we talked about at Media Today. I know the scrimmages have had some heat there, some back and forth, and I know you play here and there. Yeah. How is it playing with the team with some of those scrimmages? Because I know we just talked before this, you play here and there outside of that. So how is it to play with them and, I guess kind of coach in the middle of that as well?
It's fun because, they're guys, right? They have their ego and they have the high testosterone level, hormones and all that stuff. They want to run their mouth at me because I'm 41, Some of those kids, they're half of my age. I just tell them what I'm going to do before I even do it. And they're like, no way. I'm like, yes way, sir. So, we have fun, but then during breaks, like 5 to 7, 10 points, we stop. We talk about what we'd like to see more on the other side and our side, and we go from there. It's good to show them what I'm asking of them.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense, right? My English is not great, but sometimes I'm trying to explain them a drill or a skill they don't understand. I just step on the court and I show them what I'm asking of them, and so far has been working well.
So I've seen a lot of women's volleyball, obviously, being here the last 2 years, and maybe for some people that haven't seen the other side of the coin, the men's volleyball, what can they expect this coming season? Whether they're watching it on TV or watching it, what can they notice? Maybe formations, or obviously the game will probably be a lot quicker, but what can they expect differences from women's to men's volleyball?
First of all, the aggressive, the approach, right? Playing men's volleyball, it's a different sport, right? We won't see a lot of rallies. The ball not going to be going back and forth as much as women's volleyball. We might see a lot of missing serve because if you send a free ball over and give them an easy serve, most likely they're going to score the point. So we're going to have to be aggressive from the serve line and high risk, high reward. If that makes any sense, it's exciting. You guys, announcing the game, there's going to be a lot of jumping down. What? I haven't seen you guys in the women's game, so there will be a lot of that. For sure, yeah. It's an amazing game. They're playing at different heights and different power, different speed, different emotions as well. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, yeah.
So as on the coaching side, when you first got the opportunity, what was the first things you were maybe thinking of, whether that's the culture side of things? Obviously first year you want to implement some type of, I guess, message, culture of some sort, and maybe even like practice. What was the first thing you were kind of thinking of, okay, I know I want to, set this tone early?
We got to work hard. Work ethic. Work ethic, to me, is one of the most three things important in life, right? If you show up and you try your best every single time, eventually muscle memory, right? Eventually you're going to do that on a consistent basis. So I try to lead by example. Whenever we lift at 5:30 a.m., I'm the first one there. Whenever we practice, I try to outwork them, right? I try to show them the way, put myself into it. So I truly believe we have a group of hardworking kids, and they're going to be rewarded eventually.
Gotcha. Yeah. Is there anything you've took from Coach McConaughey?
Try to build a culture, right? Coming from a professional sport, I played volleyball professional in different leagues, different countries. They don't focus as much as the culture, right? It's a job. You come in, you do your job, you pack your stuff, you go home, and you repeat, right, throughout the year. I think the culture, that's something that she does really well. She manages really well with her team, and that's one of my goals, bring that mindset, that culture, that partnership, that brotherhood to our sport, to our court, to our regime, if that makes any sense.
Is there any teams you're excited to play? I know you guys just had the tournament, and that was going to be my last thing was about the tournament, but is there any teams you're looking forward to playing in the future? Maybe a team you already saw at the tournament or a team you haven't played yet? We have Georgetown in our conference. They won last year. They were the national champs. So I'm looking forward to that game. Most of my players, they're looking forward for that game as well. They're a great volleyball team for the level we're playing on. That should be a very exciting match for us. I'm looking forward to that for sure. Yeah. So let me ask you before, I got one more question after this one, but how did that tournament go for you guys? First time as a team out there playing a different team. How was that?
It was fun. We competed in a good level. We didn't have everybody able to play. However, the players that showed up to play, they did an awesome job. So we lost against Bethel in 2, and then we beat Trine 2, and then we won the last match against Wabash College in 3. It was fun. It was a lot better than I expected, to be honest with you. We have a very young team. Right, we have 3 players that have played in AA before, and everybody else haven't.
Gotcha.
So it was nice to see how they control their emotions towards the tournament throughout the day, how they grew, and all of that. So it was fun.
All right, and then last but not least, Coach, is there any goals you may have not only for the team but also as yourself as a coach, whether that's improving on something?
It's just show up. It's just get better, 0.1% every day that you show up. That's always the goal. I truly believe we are going to give people a run for their money in our conference. We know it's a first-year program. Sometimes people look like, it's a first-year IUEs, and nobody cares. Nah, they're gonna have to play really hard to beat us. We're gonna be a very competitive team, regardless of the result. We're going to show up. We're going to deliver.
All right. Going to make some noise. Love to hear it. Coach, that is going to do it. Thank you for joining me for this interview. But, folks, we've got some interviews from Media Day with the men's volleyball team. So we're going to go ahead and take you to that coverage right now. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to IU East Media Day. We just got done with women's golf, and now we are moving on to men's volleyball. Got 2 members of the men's volleyball team here with me today, so I'll go ahead and let you guys introduce yourselves.
Yes, sir. My name is Francis Rivera Agosto. My major is elementary ed, and I'm from Humacao, Puerto Rico.
I'm Afonso from Portugal. I'm a sophomore, and I'm in business.
Okay. All right. So let's kind of get into it. First year we're seeing the IU East men's volleyball team, but I want to talk about how you guys got into the sport. You know, whether it was high school or club. You both said club, though, correct? Mm-hmm. So kind of talk about the love you guys have for the sport and how it kind of got to this point, and how you guys got here.
Yeah. So I started off playing basketball in college. I went to a school in Kansas, and I saw volleyball there, but I always saw it growing up because my mom played. She coached her whole life, so I was around the sport my whole life. So I saw it in college. I'm like, maybe I should try it out.
Okay.
And then I picked it up my sophomore year, and now I'm a junior on the court. And then ever since that day, I just had so much love for volleyball that I didn't know I had.
What made you want to come here?
Bruno. So he coaches in Texas sometimes, and then he always saw me. He was like, "Hey, you should come play volleyball." But I never wanted to like let go of basketball because I played it my whole life. I don't want to like go basketball. And then he always told me, "Hey, play volleyball."
Come play volleyball for me. Yeah.
And then he was like, "Hey, I'm building this program. I feel like you should come here." And ever since that day, I was like, "Might as well just go for it." It's a big opportunity. It's different than where I come from, but it's a great opportunity too.
Okay, all right.
No.
So, like my journey in volleyball is like, it's funny because I kind of deny it at first.
Okay.
Yeah, I deny it because my parents, they always played volleyball, so I grew up watching them play, and I didn't want to play. I always like I did other things every time. Like I surfed, I skate, I played soccer. But when I went to middle school, when I turned 13, like I kind of like want to try volleyball. So I played since 13 years old.
Okay.
That's club all the time. And at the end of my 11th grade, I got the opportunity to come here to sign with another school because this is my second year. And yeah, I came to IU East because I wasn't happy at the other school. So yeah, here I am. Bruno's amazing. The team is amazing. So I'm having a blast here.
All right. So we're happy to have you guys. So kind of talk about what you guys have done in practice. I guess I'll say the off season as well. Just kind of what you guys have done to prepare for this inaugural season.
Yeah. So we wake up around 3:50 to go to practice every day.
Okay.
And then we start at 5 a.m. So it's a little bit tough at the beginning, but most of us I think we're used to it. Like. Every time people ask, like, "Hey, how's practice going?" We're like, "It's going good so far."
It's a good routine to have.
Yeah.
It's a
you
good
get more
routine.
energy throughout the day. Like you feel good about yourself just waking up that early.
It's like when you do a workout in the morning.
You go to bed
kinda,
early.
yeah.
Like you go to bed early. It's like 9 p.m. You're already sleeping, so it's different.
Yeah. So I do want to ask. I didn't mean to cut y'all off. I just want to ask, how's the chemistry? I know you guys have been together for a couple.
I think 5 weeks.
5 weeks now.
Yeah. So
5
can you
weeks.
kind of talk about meeting each other for the first time and how that chemistry is built?
Yeah,
The first week was hard.
Yeah, it was hard.
First week was
It
hard.
was really hard because it's a lot. People play volleyball different, and like we just trying to combine everybody together. So the first week was like really tough for us, but every week we got better, and like every week we will get better. But it was hard the first week. Okay. It was hard. Yeah.
Everyone made excellent progress so far.
Yeah.
5 weeks in, we've been playing, I'd say, good.
Yeah.
Good.
And it starts also off the court too. Like we always together. You build chemistry, not just playing volleyball. Like you build it off the court. And I feel like
having
a lot
the
of
locker,
us,
like a good locker room. So.
And a lot of us get well together. So that's really good about getting chemistry together.
And then obviously, the women's volleyball team, they're in season right now. Can you kind of talk about, I guess, meeting them? Because I know you guys got to meet them. Have you played against each other? Have you played with each other? How is that going? I guess having another volleyball team that has been here for a couple years and maybe, talking to them as well.
Yeah. Ever since the first day we got here, they treated us like
family.
Their family, like so welcoming. Like, hey, if you ever need this, they'll be here for us. So that was really good. Like, I felt really appreciated from that. And yes, we have practice with them, and like they're always talking trash, but in my opinion, I don't think they can compete with us.
they're super cool.
Yeah,
like the
they
first
are
week
cool
I was here, we weren't having practices, so I came to help to like with their practice.
Okay.
And they were like super cool. The coach, the players.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a great
coach.
Environment.
Yes,
Yeah.
environment. It's good to be around, even like with the practice. Like you can learn a lot, and like you can learn. So.
All right. Well, guys, I do appreciate it. We got more interviews coming up, though, from the men's volleyball team, so don't go anywhere. We got more coverage coming on up.
The court's always been my place, where everything just flows. Banking with First Bank Richmond, it's no different. Day in, day out. Shot after shot, rep after rep, building my legacy and my financial gain. First Bank Richmond, this is where I belong.
IU East provides its students the opportunity to earn a prestigious IU degree that is respected throughout Indiana, the nation, and the world with an affordable cost. As part of the Indiana University system, IU East provides all the services and opportunities of a large university combined with the advantages and atmosphere of a small college. As one of the top 10 best colleges in Indiana, IU East is the region's leader in baccalaureate and master's degree programs, offering over 60 academic programs. IU East also competes in one of the top conferences in the NAIA with 17 athletic teams. As Red Wolves, we care about each other. Being a student-centered university, our students have the opportunity to impact not only this university, but the community that surrounds us all. Become a Red Wolf today, while we bring on tomorrow.
Let's shine by seeing the best in all of us and by looking out for everyone's well-being. Let's shine by staying true to ourselves while surging toward the future. Let's shine with the best care possible and by treating you here, right in your hometown. Let's look out for each other. Let's stay healthy. Let's shine together.
Welcome back, everyone, to Inside IU Esports. We are going to go ahead and continue on with our men's volleyball coverage from Media Day, so let's go ahead and take it back to Lingle Court. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to IU East Media Day. We've got more coverage here with the men's volleyball team. Got two more members of the team. I'll go ahead and let you guys introduce yourselves.
I'm Dalton Little. I'm from Indianapolis. My major is informatics.
I'm Bradley. I'm a sophomore. My major is business and political science, and I'm from Indiana as well.
All right, so guys, we'll just get into it, kind of start off with the majors and minors. You said you're a sophomore freshman, correct?
Yeah, I'm a freshman.
So what are you guys looking to do once you get out of IUE? So I know it's a long time away, 2 years and 3 years, but is there maybe like a plan or some type of idea there?
You can go first.
Okay. I'm really not too sure. I mean, obviously get a job. I think I have like a focus, my major right now, in like healthcare administration. So maybe with a hospital around here in Indianapolis, I'm not sure. Start out with, that's what I'm thinking.
Gotcha.
I have plans to pursue higher education. I'm wanting to go to law school.
Okay. Gotcha.
After college.
Gotcha. Cool. So when we look at this team, inaugural season, first time for the conference, just kicking off this year, can you kind of talk about how you guys got into the sport of volleyball and how it led up to this point, meeting Coach Bruno and becoming part of this team as well?
All right. I started playing actually my freshman year. I played once in 5th grade, I think, in a rec league.
Okay.
But our setter, Britton, he convinced me to quit playing golf, which I'd been playing golf since I was 6.
Really?
And so, yeah, he convinced me to start playing volleyball because his older brother had played volleyball at our high school. And I mean, I just kept playing. I ended up quitting basketball to play year-round, play clubs so I could get better and eventually play in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I came from a smaller school.
Okay.
North Putnam was the name of the school.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really known for very many sports.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually created the volleyball team my freshman year.
Really?
And
Okay.
that was the year of COVID. So like,
Okay.
that was the year everything shut down. Literally, I didn't even get to go to my first game. And then like
Wow,
after
okay.
that, since COVID, I've been like training just because I enjoyed the sport. And then I just kept playing. I didn't really have a team until my senior year though.
Okay.
Because we didn't have a big, like I graduated with about 80 kids.
Okay.
So,
Really?
So I had to like really scrap to find players, and the nearest club was like an hour away. So like I didn't really have very many options. So I just made the best of what I did. I got recruited from St. Mary of the Woods and ended up leaving and came here. I met Bruno through a recruiting app actually, and I reached out to him. It's crazy. Like it is happened since I even found it.
Yeah. And now you're in the same conference with them.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see
Yeah.
a little revenge game, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Should I talk about, I didn't say how I met Bruno.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, so I was originally planning to go to IU Bloomington. I wasn't planning on playing college volleyball at all. I had some offers from schools in like the Northeast, but I don't know, nothing that really,
Interest you?
yeah.
Okay.
And so I was all set. Like I had orientation and everything for IU Bloomington, and then Bruno sent me an email. I guess he had found some clips of me from my sophomore year, and he was trying to put together a team. So he sent me an email. I was like, you know what? All right. So I reached out to Britton. I was like, hey, do you want to reach out to this coach and see if you can go play at IU East too? And so we're both here.
Okay. So do you know what Britton's plans were? Was he going to go play, or was it just was he?
He was going to go to IU Bloomington for a little bit, and then I think he was going to do like graphic design, like not do any college, just
Gotcha.
kind of go out and enter the workforce, and then now
Cool.
we're
So
both here.
So was there something about Bruno that interested you, or was it just kind of? I mean, the opportunity just came, so you're like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know, just being closer to home, like only an hour away from home,
gotcha.
was nice, and then like hearing his background, talking to him on the phone, what he wanted out of this program, was definitely something that drew me. Like all of his experience, and he still plays
currently.
Right,
Yeah.
he still plays, and so that really was like, yeah, this guy can, he can definitely coach me,
Yeah.
make me better. Yeah.
So looking into, let's start with the practices. From what I was told, 5 weeks. You guys have kind of been together about a month and a week.
Yeah.
So can you talk about meeting the team for the first time? And I've heard the scrimmages have been very back and forth. Can you kind of talk about that and just the chemistry of this team? Because I've talked with the women's volleyball team a lot, and their whole thing has been, we're close, we're a family, stuff like that. So can you talk about those first couple of weeks and the chemistry that's already been built?
Yeah, I mean, we are every week, practicing early, but I mean, we're hanging out throughout the day as well, getting to know each other better. I mean, we have game days. We're watching, football together.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
in an apartment. We have like the whole team.
Really?
So,
Okay.
yeah, it's been. I mean, we're just a group of guys, hanging out and just
Been a
doing
blast.
stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
it's been a lot of fun. It's good to have teammates to wake up that early with.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like we've been shouldering each other through hard times, waking up at 4 a.m. for practice. I mean,
Waking each other up.
yeah, waking each other up, working hard together. Like that's what
Yeah.
builds like that chemistry that we need. It's the hard times because it allows us to get closer, I guess.
Okay.
I feel like that's helped our team chemistry. Like the first week, I feel like we were trying to understand each other.
Yeah.
But I feel like now we're starting to get an idea of like how we can push ourselves to get better, like as a team, like not just
Yeah.
each other, but ourselves.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying for sure. And I think for some of these teams, other than just men's volleyball, it's finding that culture, whether you're losing players and now you have kind of like this mesh of old and new. It's just figuring out that chemistry for sure. But looking into the season, what are your expectations on the court and then off the court? How are you handling that balance of being a student athlete as well?
I'd say my expectations on the court. I want to win more than we lose.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like I hate losing more than I enjoy winning.
I've heard that before. The men's head basketball coach said the same thing when I first talked to him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. There's nothing I hate more than losing. It just really ruins the rest of my night, at least. So yeah, I just want to win more than we lose, and maybe as a middle, stats not popping off the stat sheet, but just do whatever I can to help us win every single game, game in and game out.
Get those blocks.
Yeah, blocks.
Yeah.
Any scrappy kills I can get in a limited amount of sets. We're just gotta do whatever you can, be a scrappy player.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like we don't really have much expectations yet. Because we're a new program.
Yeah.
I want like our program to be able to shock everyone. Like I want our greatness to shock the people around us. Like they're gonna look at us and be like, "Wow, this is a brand new
out the gate."
Yeah, like straight off the gate. This is a new program, and they're actually winning. Like I want to be able to be the team, even if we lose. I want to be the team that puts up that fight.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like I don't want one-sided matches where we drop or lay the egg.
Yeah.
I want to be scrappy and like actually be able to fight back.
No, I get what you're saying. I can't wait to watch. I'll be there for every home game at least. So I do wish you guys luck. It's going to be fun to watch. But folks, we've got more coming up here from IU East Media Day, so don't go anywhere. We got more coming up. Thanks to Coach Bruno and the men's volleyball team for talking to me in those interviews. But that is going to do it. We'll see you guys next time for Inside IU Esports.